If you have ADHD and you've tried every productivity system out there only to feel like a complete failure, this isn't your fault. I'm Jonathan Murphy, psychiatric nurse practitioner specializing in ADHD, and I need to tell you something that will change how you think about productivity forever. Every single conventional system you've tried, getting things done, bullet journals, time blocking, they're literally working against your brain's anatomy. After treating thousands of ADHD patients and struggling with my own ADHD for years, I discovered why these systems fail and what actually works. It's simple, a three-part formula: plan, initiate, reflect. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to use it. Here's what you're going to learn in the next 5 minutes: why your ADHD brain needs completely different planning strategies, the real reason you can't initiate tasks, and how to hack your dopamine system. Miss this, and you'll keep cycling through productivity systems that make you feel broken. Get this right, and you'll finally have a system that works with your brain, not against it. Step 1 is plan, but we're not planning your entire life. We're planning to do one thing tomorrow. Here's where most ADHD brains get sabotaged. We sit down to plan and suddenly realize there are 50 things we've been avoiding. The list grows, overwhelm kicks in, and we shut down before we even start. Stop. Your to-do list is for the week, not the day. For tomorrow, you're only picking one thing, just one. Now here's the critical part. When you think about that one thing, what's your gut reaction? If your ADHD brain goes, ugh, even slightly, you will definitely not do it when it's time to actually start. You need to make it small so that your brain goes, okay, that works. We're literally gaming the task, breaking it down until it would just be easier to get it done rather than say, I'll do it tomorrow, and deal with all that guilt and shame again. Want to work it out? Don't plan go to the gym. Put on workout clothes. Want to clean your room? Plan to clean out your closet. 2 more rules. First, think golden hours matter. Plan to do your task at the very start of your day when your decision-making isn't depleted. Secondly, remove every barrier to initiation. If you're working out, lay out your clothes. If you're going to be writing, make sure to have that document open. The more friction, the less likely you'll repeat it. Step 2. Initiate. And here's where we throw out everything you've learned about willpower and discipline. You wake up, you attempt that tiny task. Maybe you succeed, maybe you don't. Here's what matters. If you find yourself going, ugh, again, if there's friction you didn't anticipate, if life just got in the way, give yourself a get-out-of-jail-free card. Just don't do it today. It sounds like giving up, but it's actually the opposite. If you force yourself to push through when your brain is already in avoidance mode, you're creating negative associations with the task itself. You're literally training your brain to avoid it more in the future. Instead, you're preserving the possibility. You're saying, this task isn't the enemy. Today just wasn't the right fit, but plan to try again tomorrow. The goal isn't perfect execution. The goal is keeping the system alive and keeping yourself engaged in the process of trying. Because that process, the habit of attempting to start things, is what we're actually building. Step 3 is reflect. And this is where the real learning happens. What worked? What didn't? We had your expectation. Now we have your reality. Only by reflecting can we line them up for next time. If you didn't do the thing, that's data, not failure. Why didn't it happen? 90% of the time, it just wasn't small enough, or you didn't do it early enough, or both. Did you plan to organize your desk, but brain went, Tomorrow, try first thing in the morning. We're problem solving, not beating ourselves up. Then you repeat the cycle. Plan one small thing for tomorrow. Try to initiate it. Reflect on what happened. As long as you stay engaged in this process, it works. Here's why. We're using operant conditioning to trick your ADHD brain into getting used to the most important habit of all, starting things. Your old habit is failing to initiate. This low-friction, flexible approach gives you the momentum of actually attempting tasks, which lays the groundwork for everything else. I've used this exact system to go from complete task avoidance to actually following through on the things that matter. The half Ironman, the clinical practice, the daily habits, none of that happened because I suddenly became disciplined. It happened because I learned to work with my ADHD brain instead of against it. The patients I work with aren't magically cured of ADHD, but they stop being paralyzed by their to-do lists. They start things, and once you're in the habit of starting things, everything else becomes possible. Start implementing this today. And remember, plan, initiate, reflect. If you want to go deeper into the neuroscience behind this system, I've written about it extensively in my book, Cheat Codes: How I Hacked My ADHD Brain and You Can Too. Link is in the description. This is Jonathan Murphy, psychiatric nurse practitioner, on behalf of Compass Point Institute. Stop trying to force your brain to be something it's not and start using the system that actually works.